songs about trucks. Why don't you stick to what you know, son, and leave the southern drawl to us? 'Cause I've been whistling Dixieland since country wasn't cool. And I don't give a damn, that's who I am. I'm an outlaw man from the old school. When I die, they lay me down underneath the willow tree. Well, I might go to heaven or I might go to hell, but I'm damn sure coming from Dixie. The world today and not worry about our own. See, they keep on taking from the working man, and there ain't much right and everything's wrong. Now it's all about greed, and what about me? And damn, somebody's feelings got hurt. I know exactly what my...
And now, coming to you live from the Chocolate Bar Studios, Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou.
Happy Hump Day! It's another Wednesday night right here at Tiki Man Radio. Welcome to Tropical Country, coming to you live from the Chocolate Bar Studios in beautiful Harrison Bay, overlooking the majestic Chickamauga. We are live tonight on Tiki Man Radio, TikiManRadio.com, and also streaming live on the MFG Tropical Live Cam on YouTube. And the whole show is brought to you by Legends Travel. Legends Travel. If you are planning a destination wedding, a vacation, or wanting to go to an all-inclusive resort, give Legends Travel a call. And if you're watching the video live, their number is posted on the little logo at the corner of the screen. And if you're not watching and you're just listening, their number is 732-831-5200. All right.
You got all that out.
I got all that out.
Was that in one breath?
I tried.
Breath. You did great.
For those of you who don't know, I am B-Dawg, and of course, joining me by my side is, as always, is Laura Lou. Hello, darling.
Hey, everybody. Happy National Beer Day.
It is National Beer Day. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
We're going to do a little bit of celebrating.
And I'm drinking vodka.
And, of course, everybody recognizes that voice. That is our one and only golden boy, Big Al Golden.
Salutations, everybody. I want to know how everyone is doing this evening, and then hit us up on YouTube.
Yeah.
We'll chat back at you, and we'll talk about your comments, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
We got you. We got you for tonight.
That's right. We are going to have a good time tonight, for sure. There we go. So, because, it's Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, heading to the weekend. But then this weekend, you know what's coming this weekend? I know you don't know what's coming this weekend, but we're going to tell you what's coming this weekend.
What's coming this weekend?
We're going fishing.
We's going fishing.
Yes, they're having a guys' day while I go up and do my daughter's bridal shower.
Yeah, Laura Lou's going to go do wedding stuff, bridal shower stuff, and Big Al and I are heading out on a boat, and we're going fishing.
We are headed up to Watts Bar, and it's going to rain. It's going to be a nasty day. And I told him to be prepared. But these fish that we're after, these big fish that we're after, they prefer crappy weather.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, they like they don't like the bright sunlight. So they like the rain, they like the winds and stuff.
So you guys might be good.
We will be. If we did as good as we did a couple weeks ago when I went, we will have a great day.
Well, I'm telling you, if he catches a fish as big as the pictures you've been showing me, I'm making him pack extra clothes just in case.
Them big.
I may wet myself.
Yeah.
You could, Rabbit. You could.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not an avid fisherman. I used to go fishing a lot. I took my daughter fishing, but even when I was a kid, we always just fished for bluegill.
Right.
A couple years ago, I haven't been fishing in a couple of years.
They're fun. They're great fish. That's absolutely fantastic. hard fighting little fish to catch.
Well,
I love to fish.
Well, I haven't been fishing, in a couple of years. And the last time I went fishing, I took Laura's dad and her, and we all went out here to the lake to go fishing. And of course, I was using a bobber, because that's the only fishing I really ever knew. And of course, then, to my bewilderment, I started catching catfish on a bobber.
They'll bite.
So,
you can.
So
I've saw them. I have witnessed them biting topwater.
Oh yeah.
Bass fishing at night. We've caught catfish hitting topwater. Yeah. It took him a minute, but he hit it. He finally hit the bait. Yeah. But what we're going after is called a rockfish around here. To the other people out there.
Is that a rock bass?
It's called a striper.
Okay.
A striper, a rockfish.
Okay.
And these fish in this lake get, a couple of weeks ago he was catching them upwards of 40 pounds.
Oh, wow.
And we normally always catch one that breaks 25 pound.
Yeah, I think that catfish that I caught, it weighed 4 pounds, and that was the biggest fish I'd ever caught in my life.
Those bluegill you were catching,
yeah,
bait.
Yeah,
one the size of your hand. These fish can swallow.
So I have a feeling we're in for a good time. Even with the rain and everything. But yeah, I'm all good with it.
You're gonna get on.
But
we will catch.
But being that I am so excited about this fishing trip, I will warn you. Tonight, because the last 2 weeks we've had a theme.
We just realized
it.
We
had the St. Patrick's Day show. We had that theme going. Last week we went into baseball, and I'm like, well, let's just try to continue this streak for as long as we can. So tonight's theme it's all about fishing, baby. So yes, unfortunately, just about all the music's going to have something to do about fishing. But hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
Right? What do you think, Big Al?
Let's bring some music, man.
You want to bring some music?
Let's bring some music.
All right. Well, let's see. What should we start out with? If we're going to go fishing, you got to go to the store and get everything ready to go, right?
Yeah.
You got to go shopping and you got to get it done. So we're going to go get all the gear so we can catch all the fish.
Sitting in the backyard, sporting a 40-horse Merc. Well, honey's madder than a hornet. She knows I ain't going to work. She must have heard me talking to JoJo. She must have heard us making a plan. We both work when we have to, but we fish wherever we can. I got an old cane pole and a whole lot of soap. A day's worth of minutes for bait. So you bring the beer and I'll bring the boat, and I'll meet you at the lake. My old man taught me patience was a virtue, and he taught me how to cast a line. So I figure fishing is a lesson from the Lord. Roll that around in your mind. And I don't care if the fish don't bite, I'll sit right there all day. 'Cause the worst day fishing is better than working. It's always been that way. I put a SPF 30 all over my face and sit right there and wait. You bring the beer, I'll bring the boat, and I'll meet you at the lake. We'll make a quick stop at the quick stop and get some coffee for the ride. I got the windows down and the radio up. Lord, it makes me feel alive. We got bologna crackers and little Debbie snackers, and the lake is coming in sight. They got D-cells for our Rayovac, just in case we fish all night. I got my old cane pole and a whole lot of soap, everything that it takes. You bring the beer, I'll bring the boat, and I'll meet you at the lake. Da-da-down, da-da-down, da-da-down. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I got my old cane pole and a whole lot of soap, everything that it takes. So you bring the beer, I'll bring the boat, and I'll meet you at the lake. Got the boat backed into the water and the motor is a purring like a cat. 12-pack of beer in the cooler, and my favorite fishing hat. And we're headed out of the no-wake zone to our favorite fishing spot. I sure am glad that the beer's getting cold, 'cause the sun is getting hot. And I get a little closer to heaven with every catch the bank. Gonna fish all night, it's out of my hands. Honey gonna be hot, I hope she understands. Got a cooler full of fish and a boat full of cans, smack dab in the middle of the lake. We make a quick run to the bait shop, 'cause we're getting a little low on ice. Jojo pull the anchor up and drop the motor down. Lord, it makes me feel alive. Well, the bass are fighting and the catfish are biting and the moon is coming up bright. Jojo, put those diesels in the radio back, 'cause we're gonna be here all night. Yeah, I am the whole cane pole and a whole lot of soul. Everything that it takes. You bring the beer, I'll bring the boat, and I'll meet you at the lake. Yeah, you bring the beer, I'll bring the boat, gonna meet you at the lake. Hey, Jojo, you be careful that there fishing pole, son. I don't need my ear pierced again. Yeah. You know, they say if you give a man a fish, it will feed him for a day. But if you teach him to fish, he will sit in the boat and drink beer all night long. You know that's the truth. Yes, sir. This here's a fishing song. All right. All right.
Oh, that is the fishing song. That is Mr. Dave Signs, one half of MFG Records.
That was fun.
You like that?
That was a fun song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I figured, hey, what is more better than to start a show out with a sponsor?
Perfection.
I know.
Right.
And, of course, MFG Records, if you are a independent artist out there and you're looking for somebody to get a hold of your music and take it to the next level, look up MFG Records.
They'll
Mr. Dave Signs and Beth Travers, they will treat you right and they will take your music to where you want it to go. So what do you know?
Me?
Y'all guys, you know, for the first time.
I'm stalled out.
For the first time ever, you're not.
I'm stalled out.
You're not saying much.
I know. It's the.
Oh, he was saying a lot during the break. He's having
I really was.
He's having an allergy attack over here.
I have. I've been battling these allergies for the last couple of days, and they're absolutely
doped up.
Springtime
with
here in Tennessee equals allergy season.
Handedly.
Yes, the yellow pollen has now blanketed the cars, and not nearly as bad as it.
Oh, it's going to get heavier. We know it.
It has started.
I'm calling 911.
We get pollen like Canada gets snow.
Yes.
I'm calling 911. I want to file a rape charge for my nose on the azalea bushes because they have gang raped my face.
I was going to say your eyes look a little puffy there.
They are. They's all puffed up. But Michelle and Scott,
they are killing me.
Give me a little crap about the fish, and they're getting bigger the more we talk about them. Yes, they have put on more weight since we caught them than they did the first 5 years of their life. But that doesn't matter. Just because they did. But guys, seriously, if you go on my Facebook page, search my photos, you can see.
Yeah.
You can see evidence.
Yeah, they're pretty big fish. So.
Yeah.
So we got, you said Scott and Michelle's out there.
Michelle are out there.
G-Raff.
Yeah. G-Raff and JT, they're at the brewery listening.
At the brewery?
Yeah.
Turn it up loud.
Tell them to put it on the big screen.
I did. I already told them. I said, you need to talk to those people and see if they need some advertisement.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
My friend Jody's out there. Jody Orr.
Hey, Jody.
Hey, Jody.
I think he's out there. I'm not sure. He hasn't chimed in here, but he was asking me a question about playing a song later. I'll hit you up about that.
Okay.
And then Patty Campbell just chimed in and said, "Hi guys,
hey,
hello, Patty.
Hey, Patty, how are you?" So, and when we're talking about your friends, we cannot miss the fact that we have a couple birthdays in our immediate family to talk about tonight.
Birthday.
So
happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Tiny.
Oh, yeah.
It's Tiny's birthday.
He's out there listening.
So happy birthday to Tiny. And happy first birthday to Brody.
Yes.
So
congratulations. The
mayor's puppy turned 1 today. So happy birthday to Brody. So.
And he looks like he had a fabulous day today, too.
And, of course, Scott Dyer, I hear we may be hearing more of him coming soon on Tiki Man Radio.
On the DJ?
Maybe.
I have to wait. But I hear there's rumors that
there's rumors
there may be more of him floating around here.
That boy natural right there.
Rachel just chimed in. Now, first of all, she is now ready to call off the wedding.
Oh, no. What'd JT do now?
Well, he didn't do anything, but Rachel wants to go fishing.
So she just wants to call off the shower to go fishing.
She said wedding's off, but I think she just meant the shower. Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see. But, yeah, so.
Yeah, see, your mom's coming up there to go to your bridal shower, and I get to go fishing. I think that's an even trade.
Listen, nothing personal, but I'd like to go fishing too, Rach. Come on down. No, okay, so.
No, because then you catch more fish than I do, and that's not fair.
Well, I got my boat
that
ready.
day. Well, I spent 12 years as a single mom, so we didn't have a whole lot of money. I wasn't a nurse yet, and not that we have money now, but we didn't have anything then. And so I literally got my girls those little kid lawn chairs and their little, I think Rachel had a Rachel had a Minnie Mouse. Allison had a Winnie the Pooh. And I think Alicia, I can't remember which one Alicia had. But anyway, those little toy, fishing poles. So we threw those in the trunk. And all summer long, when the kids would get wound up, if I didn't have enough gas to take off driving,
get your ass in
then
the car.
I'd pile them in the car. It cost $1.25 for a dozen night crawlers in Ohio. And we fished on those dozen night crawlers all day long, and they had the best time.
You're going to have to break them to make them last.
That's right. And you know what? It was so funny because the whole time I was growing up, we would go fishing at the lake. Mm-hmm. My dad always made us bait our own hook, always taught us how to do all that stuff, take our own fish off. I took my girls. I had them all trained there for a little while. And then for a couple years we didn't go. Now none of them will touch any of that.
Right.
But I still spend all my time jumping from girl to girl, baiting hooks and taking fish off and doing all that stuff. But we had those little fishing poles, and one night Rachel caught a bass, and it was probably 8 inches long. Mm-hmm. That poor little fishing pole was bent over U-shaped. I thought for sure it was going to break in half, but it never did. But that was the biggest fish she ever caught with that little pole.
Cinderella fishing pole held up.
That's right. And, when we went fishing, my dad would always get mad because we would when my brother and I were little, we would throw our poles out there, have the bobber floating. And, you get bored when you're a little kid. And so every wave that came, so every wave that came, we were like, oh, I think we have a bite. We need to reel in and check our worm. So Dad would get so frustrated. He's like, you're not going to catch any fish if it's not in the water. So I learned from my own habit. And when my kids were little, when they got tired of the bobber and I started getting frustrated because they wouldn't leave it in there, I'd just switch and put a lure on their little pole and just let them reel in and cast out.
Yes.
That's right. They just went to town. They had the best time. So that's why Rachel was ready to go fishing. I taught her young.
All right.
Teach them young.
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
Well, I'm definitely excited about it.
On Facebook, and we'll be friends. Hey, Michelle, me and you's friends now. Who's our friends and jump?
She's going to check out those pictures and make sure you're not lying.
Yeah, I want to see the proof.
Your better half is out there saying hey, too,
she
by the
did.
way.
I said, hey, baby, to her.
Hi, Claudia.
Hey, baby. You're talking about those tiny little fishing poles.
Mm-hmm.
When I took Connor the first time he ever went fishing, we go to his uncle's pond he has behind his house. About the size of the one in our pasture. Mm-hmm. We take him there, and it stocked with catfish. Mm-hmm. I watched Claudia's brother feed him and throw the food out on top of the water, and then this giant mouth come up like a vacuum cleaner and just sweep across and eat it. And I'm like, what is that fish? I said, that fish like what, 12, 14 pounds? He said, try over 20.
Wow.
Well, I said, okay, cool, great. Well, I'm going to bring Connor over here. He said, yeah, it's stocked. It's got a lot of catfish in it. So we go over there, and I said, this is easy pickings for a 4-year-old.
Right.
Second cast. He has a little penguins rod and reel like you were talking about earlier.
Uh-huh.
But it said penguins. Yeah, it was the penguins. He casts it out in his little float, just bobs and bobs and bobs around for a little while, and nothing bites. And then I get him up. I teach him. He throws it again. Then the bobber starts dancing.
Oh.
And it dances and it dances, and then it goes under.
And he was just standing there?
And he's standing there, and he's getting pulled into the water.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I've taken this kid fishing. Me and my wife weren't even married.
I'll say his wife. Boy, he's awful young.
Yeah, he was awful young. Him and his mom are not even married. So here he is. He's getting pulled into the water.
Oh, no.
So I have to reach around him and grab him. And then the rod and reel's getting pulled out of his hand. So I have to take the rod and reel. Mm-hmm. Guess which fish he hung into?
The 20-pound?
The 20 freaking pounder.
Give everybody an idea what kind of fish we're going after. Here's one of the pictures that Golden had sent me.
Yeah,
let me get there for the cat. There you go. Look at that. That's a pretty big fish right there.
That's a 24-pound rockfish or striper, whatever you want to call it.
All right.
Wow.
Right now, and I'm looking for that catfish.
He is going to pee
himself. You may have to take the rod from my hands. I don't know if I can handle that big old boy.
That'll be okay.
I ain't as good as I used to be.
They will wear you out. They will wear you down. But that's the entire way of fighting that fish is you don't crank and reel that fish in.
You do it kind of like deep sea fishing, right?
Let him wear himself out.
Let it run, and it runs the drag. It'll pull out 200, 300, 200, 250 feet of line.
Well, that's no fun because, that's got to reel that much back in.
Yes, and then he's fighting the whole way, and you don't keep the drag tight because you got to protect your line. So it's just a little time.
Well, I have a feeling I'm definitely going to get some fishing lessons then.
I think so. Yeah.
That fish that you just showed a picture of, when I caught it, my arm was cramping. And the guide come up and says, "You need some help, little buddy?" I said, "No, I got it." So and I fight it in, and then when I cast out for the next time, I'm like, "Please don't let a big fish hit this again. Please don't let another big one like that hit again, because I probably couldn't have stood it because it pulled, and it worked so hard."
You're going to be sore, honey.
Yeah, I don't know now.
Your back
I was getting kind of excited about it, but I don't know about this whole now.
It's like this is 8 or 9 hours. Your back's going to hurt. Your feet are going to hurt. It's going to wear you out, but it's so worth it.
Oh, hey, not to change the subject, but Michelle.
No, go ahead and change the subject.
Michelle,
please.
Michelle just chimed in and said she led us astray.
What?
Yeah.
Today was not Brody's birthday.
Oh, Michelle. How could you lead us astray?
I know. It's not until, June?
June
Or July?
Boy, we're just a little off.
I know.
Well, happy early birthday then, I guess, to Brody. See, I was relying on the ambassador when she posts something, it's usually the gospel.
Right.
So, I'm like, hey, we got to go with this. With something we got to bring up is, Brody's birthday.
Maybe she was into the absinthe this morning, and that's what
no. Have you been into that?
She was into it the other day.
I was going to say, they got that fairy fountain or whatever that thing is, and they got the whole setup. So.
They do.
I'm out on that.
It's all right, Michelle. We forgive you.
I'll video it.
I tried a little sip of it, and that's it. So,
so my sister just chimed in. She said she'll be able to tune in a little bit.
But
right now, she's competing in the North Georgia Cabin Ping Pong Asteroids and Hot Tub Triathlon event. So go, sis, go! I hope you win whatever it is you're trying to win.
That is quite a combination.
Yeah, I guess her and the kids and Chris have gone up to a cabin somewhere. She didn't say where, but there's asteroids and a ping pong table and a hot tub, and they all have to, they're all going to participate.
Have fun.
Well,
hey, Gene Darby says we need to schedule an outing on the pontoon. You are absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Gene is probably Tammy, his wife, which is my best friend.
Nice.
Hey, WB. So yes, we will, and all you have to do is just say the word and come up. Just say, "Hey, I'm coming X weekend if you're open," and then I'll be there.
There you go.
Or we'll be there, and you'll be there.
And big hello to David and Gina. They're back from their Key West
I'm going to tell you what, they just been on a whirlwind trip, haven't they?
Them and the Fishers.
Yeah.
The Fishers were gone for about 3 weeks. They were down there. Yeah.
Man.
I know.
I'm going to say, I've been watching Dave and Gina, all the places that they've been.
Food and drinks.
Yeah, and that's pretty mean for somebody who's on a diet. And you posting all this delicious food, which I'm probably sure 95% of it I'm not allowed to have.
Well,
because if it smelled good and it tasted good, I wasn't allowed to have it.
You'd be surprised. Seafood.
We're allowed to have all the seafood we want.
Well,
just not deep fried.
Seafood.
But my problem is I see a lot of food.
So you're like me. Seafood, eat food.
If I lose control, that's exactly how it happens, so...
He's an all or nothing kind of guy.
As long as
that's right. I was raised. You don't do anything half-assed.
Packing with, and you always clean your plate.
Yeah, and that's our parents' fault because now it's when you're full, you quit eating. No, not when I was a kid.
No,
you finish that plate.
You better clean.
I know
that
you
plate.
didn't put the food on the plate, but I put the food on the plate. But you're still going to eat it. So
right.
Yeah, so we can blame everything on our parents.
Oh Lord, I feel like this is turning into a therapy session.
Well, who knows? It may because the last song I clicked on because I downloaded a bunch of music for tonight just so we have a bunch of new music, and the first one I clicked on didn't play. So because I originally didn't plan on playing David, just skipped right to him. But it was okay. So I'm hoping that the rest of my downloads will actually go through, and if not, we'll just wing it and play some good music anyway.
Are you going to play my song?
Which one?
Well, we'll see if it'll play.
Okay,
we'll see. I'm not gonna guarantee anything. I may have to play a couple of other songs and go back through and kind of try to download them one at a time because I tried to do a massive dump. Yeah. So I may have to download them one at a time, but we'll just see what happens.
No promises.
No promises. The only promise I make is that we're going to have a good time, and I'm pretty sure that I will screw something up somewhere along the line.
That'll be all right.
So
just adds to the excitement.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here we go. Well, I know. Here's the song you requested. Now we'll just see. Will it play? Will it play? It will not.
That's all right. I like this one too.
Something's playing.
That goes right back to the same song. So guess what? None of the music I downloaded works tonight. So.
That's all right.
No, well,
we got plenty of others to choose from.
Yeah, we do. But I got another one here for you that we can play because I know for you fishing with your dad was a big deal.
Yes, sir.
A million stars were in the sky, 4 a.m. on the 5th of July. We headed out to Toledo Bend. Me and Daddy going fishing again. He said we'll be there in an hour or so. Charlie Rich was on the radio. I said, I hope that we get lucky today. He nodded his head and I heard him say, if the good Lord's willing and the mercury runs, we'll be on the water before the sun. With rods, reels, and spinner baits, cast our troubles out into the lake. 'Cause life is a whole lot better when the fishing's fine. And there's a little bit of heaven at the end of that line. Now we pulled into Choctaw Camp, eased that bass boat down the ramp. I held the rope while he parked the truck. I caught myself waking up. He got us out to our honey hole. How he finds it, I'll never know. I said, all these trees look alike. He said, son, you can trust an old Indian guide. When the good Lord's willing and the mercury runs, we'll be on the water before the sun. With rods, reels, and spinner baits, we'll cast our troubles out into the lake. 'Cause life is a whole lot better when the fishing's fine. And there's a little bit of heaven at the end of that line. When I think about my daddy, I think about fishing. And I think about fishing every day. When I die and leave this place, I want to see my daddy's face, saying, get the rods and reels, son, we're heading to the lake. A million stars were in the sky, 4 a.m. on the 5th of July. We headed out to Toledo Bend, me and Daddy going fishing. Again. La 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 la. Come on, let's go fishing. La 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 la. Grab the rods and reels, how does it feel? Son, don't you wanna go fishing? Daddy, I wanna go fishing.
I couldn't move the boat that you left. I let the tall grass swallow it up. Today I took the tackle box you stowed in the back to put it with the rest of the stuff that you always kept here. Your rod and reel, UV shades, and your favorite lures. Then I hooked up the boat and drove out to the shore. I've got 2 bobbers dancing in the middle of the lake. Everybody's got a way of feeling close to somebody they miss. Some visit graves, some pray. I fish. Every time I cast my line, I cast my mind back to long summer days gone by. Drifting on the water with the shadows growing longer, searching for new spots to try. As long as I live, I won't know what heaven is, but I bet for you it's a lot like this. I've got 2 bobbers dancing in the middle of the lake. 2 beers open, only one that I'll drink. Everybody's got a way of feeling close to somebody they miss.
That's I Fish, our good friend Brenda Kay right here from Choo Choo City. And before that was Randy Moore with Daddy Want to Go Fishing. So
that song just makes me cry. I had to leave the studio. Oh,
there you
hi.
go. Yeah, I had you off because you weren't in the room. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I had to leave the room while the song played because it makes me cry a little bit.
It gets you.
It does.
Yeah, I played.
That was my daddy's last. He was a hunter, a fisher. Mm-hmm. He was into all that stuff, and that was the one thing that his health would still let him do. So he wanted to go fishing, and we got to take him that day. Y'all caught catfish. He caught two big catfish.
Yes, absolutely.
He was a happy fella.
That was the last time he got to go fishing, and he actually passed away in the fall, I think, wasn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
So we were fortunate that we were able to basically grant him his final wish. And I was glad that we got to do that for sure.
Yeah.
I hope my kids do that for me.
Yeah. Yeah. He had a really good time. We got some nice pictures of him fishing, having a good time, and I know wherever he's at now, he's hunting and fishing and just running around like he always did. So every time I
probably put that picture up there, and he's probably like, "Boy, that ain't a big fish. That ain't nothing."
No, I don't know. Now,
compared to the fish I caught back in my day, because I'm pretty sure he had some fish stories. I know he did.
He did. But
Everybody who calls themselves a fisherman has some fish stories that are a little hard to believe.
Oh yeah.
So, but
well, he spent years trying to teach me how to take a catfish off the hook, and I know how to take a catfish off the hook. I just don't have never had the guts to take a catfish off the hook. So that is the one.
You just got to grab them the right
way.
I
cheat. I have, I cheat.
You have gloves and pliers, don't you?
No, I actually, I lay the fish down on the ground and I put my foot on it.
That's really not cheating. That's just working it.
Yeah, it's smart.
Because they will fiend you.
That's kind of what I do. I just lay it on the ground. I put my foot on it to just keep it from wiggling all over the place, and then
2 weeks ago.
Yes, I do have pliers in my tackle box.
2 weeks ago. From where one that got in the bottom of the boat, about a 15, 18 pound fish, he shook real hard.
Yeah.
Oh, did
he got me on the leg. He actually brought blood. I mean, I still have a spot. They will get you.
Yeah. Hey, Legends Travel is out there.
Hey, Joe.
Our wonderful sponsor.
Yes, our wonderful sponsor.
He said if we can't get the music to play, he guesses we have to sing.
No.
Karaoke it is, baby.
No.
We need listeners. We need listeners.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Joe.
No singing
no
from
karaoke tonight. We're not allowed.
Okay, we have someone new out there called Barry G, who says she has I'm guessing it's a she, has a question for the guest.
Okay, that would be you.
I don't know. Which guest?
That would be you.
I'm the guest. I guess
You're
I am
the guest. Okay, what's the question?
I don't know. No, so
all right,
we're gonna
Barry,
wait. We're gonna wait and see. We're gonna wait and see what it is.
And Scott, I agree with you. That is an awesome song.
What's that?
Buy me a boat.
Buy me a boat. Yeah, I'm not saying.
I did. Mine's ready.
I wish I had the money to buy a boat, but you know what's better than buying a boat? Having friends with boats.
That's right.
There you go.
And we got those.
Ready. Mine is. It is ready. So I have the new depth finder, the new plotter, and everything on it. So we got the GPS and all with it. So we can actually not just go out and play, but if we wanted to, we can go out and we can mark fish, and we can try to catch them.
Yeah. Well, Laura Lou was, she was talking about, she does like to go fishing and everything.
Yes, I do, and I'm serious about it when I go too.
I know, but she distracts me.
How's that?
Because she's just so damn cute.
It is.
But, every time I want to take her fishing, all she can tell me to do is to shut up and fish. Shut up and fish, Maddie and Tay. That's what Laura Lou tells me every time I take her fishing, and I try to get a little, get a little hanky-panky. She's just like, will you shut up and fish?
You gotta be quiet. You don't want to scare the fish.
Especially no hanky.
I'm just sitting over there going, how you doing? And she's just like, get away from me.
Like, get out of my way. I'm busy.
She's catching some fish.
I'm trying.
So you realized who the individual was, and we have identified. I
have identified the Barry G. I know who you are. I've got my eye on you.
Good deal.
And now we have another new listener.
We do.
Well, I hate to say new because I'm always wrong when I say that.
New to you?
A new mystery to me. Yeah.
Okay.
The name
Evil Beats.
Evil Beats.
Evil Beats.
Is that Evil? I don't have.
I don't know who that is.
They're voting for It'll Buy Me a Boat, though.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we may have to just see what we can do about that.
I know.
And I know the Tiki Man. He's put in a couple of requests already. And he's like,
that's probably just shutting me up.
Fishing. You're playing songs about fish. Well, and then he just starts putting songs out.
That's
so
right.
It's like, okay, well, so we're gonna get to the requests as well. So I'll put we'll shuffle them in, and I did manage to during those two short songs. The Tiki Man has trained me well, and I have managed to delete all the prior downloads and download them, so now they're good. Maddie and Ted was one of them, so we know.
Got her.
It's going to work out real nice.
He said it was too far away from the microphone, so I'm just wondering.
Oh, look. Put
Am
the camera on. Is the camera on?
Oh, hold on.
Hold on. Y'all got to see this.
Am I close enough now to hold you? How's that?
I apologize if anybody's ears have begun to bleed.
Sorry about that. That's normally when it shuts it all
He's
down.
over here with
Tiki Man's like,
out with
no!
Evil Beats. That's my friend Jody. That's my friend Jody.
It's
Oh, hey,
Jody.
Jody. Okay, good deal.
We'll see if we
Good
can
deal.
hook you up.
All right.
Thanks for taking care of that mystery.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, we do have some announcements. If you have not went over to Tiki Man Radio's YouTube page and watched the behind-the-scenes movie,
it
is a
fantastic.
full-fledged production that Tiki Man and the Hippie Chick put together on their trip to Key West.
It's been
It's
up
so
for
relaxing.
3 days.
It's been up 3 days and viewed how many times?
5,000. He just said 5,000. Over
times.
5,000.
Yeah.
Over 5,000 times in 3 days. So
Yeah.
if you have not went over to the Tiki Man Radio YouTube page, check out that video. Well, shame on you. Get over there and if you haven't registered, register, like, subscribe, do all that stuff that you
Ring
do.
the bell.
You would do.
That's right.
Ring the bell for new notifications, but watch that video because I'm going to tell you what, he put a lot of hard work in that, and that is it's a well-produced movie, by golly.
It is.
It's better than some documentaries you're going to see on the Travel Channel.
It really
Yep.
is.
So, so get over there and do that. Watch it. And watch all the videos.
Share, spread the word to all your
Yes.
friends.
And, of course, you're going to catch all the new live content as it comes out.
Yep.
And then, you're going to get, if you hit the bell, you'll get alerted to, when Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man comes on. And, of course, you'll get, an alert that, hey, B-Dawg and Loose back on.
That's right.
So, and the crazy sidekick, Golden, he's there, too.
You never know what
Chef
he's going to say. Never know what he's going to say. Hey, our friends up
Yes.
there, Michelle and Gina, I think they
Yeah.
possibly live in the same area. They got some storms rolling through.
Yeah.
And we hope you
They're
guys are
over
safe.
Somewhere close to Memphis.
We hope you
that
guys are
direction.
safe. And we hope you don't lose power.
Yeah.
But most of all, we all hope you're safe.
Absolutely. They just keep getting hammered over there.
Yeah, it's hitting there a lot harder than it has
I
here.
think it
And
comes
normally
across
it
our
comes,
plateau.
it does, but
It calms
normally
down.
it hammers here.
Yeah.
But now it's hammering them, and I feel sorry for them, but I don't miss it. Because the other day I looked out, and I swore, we had a river running through our front yard.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought I saw Tom Skerritt and Brad Pitt out there with fly rods. The river runs through it. There they are.
That's right. You wouldn't even have to go anywhere. You just step out your
Well, I
front
wouldn't have to
door.
go far because, it's there.
I have never seen that movie, A River Runs Through It.
Really?
No.
Oh.
No.
Golden just
Not
can't
you.
with you.
It's not you. It's the comments.
All right.
I did not kill that cow. I was not the lone shooter in the green citation. On the grassy citation, I was not the shooter. I just found out about it.
All right.
Hey, Kelly. Love you, girl.
Kelly's out there.
Kelly's out there listening.
Kelly Van Dyne.
Yes.
Hello, girl. So, as Lou would say, hello, girl.
Hey, girl.
I go, hey, that's what the other one
Some people should feel sorry that you are the middle between me and Golden.
I know. I feel like I should start getting sympathy cards or something.
should.
I'm a little scared.
You should. Don't be afraid.
I think you hold your own.
You do well.
I think you hold your own for sure.
Thank you. I try.
Hey, how
it's
about we
growing up with two brothers? That's what.
Yeah, and
I've learned.
You have not met the McKinney brothers.
Oh, listen.
Oh, good Lord.
I love that.
So they're a challenge. They're a challenge even for me, and I can put up with a lot.
They're fun.
So watch, they're listening. I'm just joking, guys. I'm just joking. Don't take me serious. Oh, well. Fun. Hey, how about a song by request?
Perfect.
All right.
I ain't rich, but I damn sure wanna be. Working like a dog all day ain't working for me. I wish I had a rich uncle that'd kick the bucket and I was sitting on a pile like Warren Buffett. I know everybody says money can't buy happiness, but it can buy me a boat. It can buy me a truck to pull it. It can buy me a Yeti 110 ice down with some silver bullets. Yeah, and I know what they say, money can't buy everything. Well, maybe so, but it can buy me a boat. They call me redneck, white trash, and blue collar, but I could change all that if I had a couple $1 million. I keep hearing that money is the root of all evil, and you can't fit a camel through the eye of a needle. I'm sure that's probably true, but it still sounds pretty cool, 'cause it could buy me a boat. It could buy me a truck to pull it. It can buy me a Yeti 110 ice down with some silver bullets. Yeah, and I know what they say, money can't buy everything. Well, maybe so, but it can buy me a boat to float down on the water with a beer. I hear the Powerball lotto is sitting on 100 mil. Well, that'll buy me a brand new riding reel, and it can buy me a boat. It could buy me a truck to pull it. It could buy me a Yeti 110 ice down with some silver bullets. Yeah, and I know what they say, money can't buy everything. Well, maybe so, but it can buy me a boat. Yeah, and I know what they say, money can't buy everything. Well, maybe so, but it can buy me a boat. Yeah, it can buy me a boat.
Dirt Band. What would be a fishing show without the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band? Fishing in the dark.
I was hoping you were going to play that one.
I do love that.
Oh,
like
that is a prerequisite to any fishing show, any fishing trip.
That's right.
You got to have a Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
That's right.
But something that you said you have a story.
Yeah, little story time.
Okay, story time with Laura Lou.
I don't know if everybody gets excited or if they groan, but either way, you know, I know we've talked before about our musical friends, but our buddy Joe Zellick.
Yes.
Back in my stalking days, before I became friends with him.
Right
in the very beginning.
That was just one of the artists that she stalked amongst the numerous list. If you've been keeping
I have a thing
track
for independent artists. I'm just saying. So.
And I don't sing. How did I rate, right?
Because you followed me while I stalked, and then. But so Joe played everywhere up there in between Ohio and Nashville, and so I used to take my kids to all the concerts. Well, he played a lake in Ohio called Tappan Lake, and every 4th of July, they have a huge fireworks show over the lake, similar to the ones that they do here, and they've got music set to them and all that.
Did they have a parade?
No.
Well, I tell you, whenever they, because she was talking about the concert, they had the concert on the beach.
Yeah.
There's a beach there, so they had the concert right on the beach.
Nice.
And of course, the backdrop to the artist who's on the stage is all the lit up boats in the background in the lake.
It's
That'd be
beautiful.
fantastic.
So, and then of course, they're toward the end of their show. Fireworks are going off over top of their heads, over top of the lake, so you get that reflection and everything while they're playing.
It is gorgeous.
It is an awesome show to.
And everybody goes down
to go
there at 8, 9 in the morning. They set up and the kids swam all day.
So if you don't get there early, you kind of get a good spot.
Yeah, you got to get your good spot.
Oh yeah, unless you're in with the band, like somebody I know. She always had a good spot.
Well, yeah.
So. It's pretty as bad whenever the band's setting up and people sit down and like no, I need you to scoot back just a little bit farther. This area here is reserved, and that is no lie.
It happens.
No lie.
It happens.
This is mine.
And she'd be like, "Thanks, Joe."
Well, what can I say? Joe and Pete.
You take care of them, they take care of you.
Yeah,
that's
I'm gonna tell you,
one hand washes the other.
She was in love with this band. Let me tell you, because Joe, like I said, he local artist from up where we're from. But you want to talk about some phenomenal musicians that he had play with him.
They're so good.
Peter Wilson, who was the drummer of this band, he could pass for Ben Affleck's twin.
Honest to God.
But could he play? That's the main thing.
He could play.
He could play. Well, let's put it this way. Since playing with Joe there in Ohio, a couple of the band members made their way on down here to Nashville. Pete is a studio musician in Nashville.
Wow.
And he has played on the Today Show. He played with Walker Hayes. He played with Caroline Jones.
Yeah, he's
that you've heard here on the radio. So he's kind of a big deal now. That he's kind of a drummer for hire, and then has been with several different
several
different
artists,
artists that he's toured with, plus doing studio work.
And Corey
Congilio, phenomenal guitar player. He plays
anything with strings,
and he's
amazing.
Like internationally known. It's just crazy.
Corey now has his own. I don't want to say tutorial, but that's kind of what it is.
Yeah, he kind of does his own tutorials.
He's got a couple huge sponsors. Guitar makers. He makes his own guitars. He samples those. He gives online classes to musicians. He's got a magazine, I believe.
Yeah.
He's international.
To build your own acts is amazing.
He is just
huge.
crazy talented.
Yeah.
And at everything, and such a nice guy.
Oh my God, he's such a phenomenal person, which is why I liked all of these guys.
Right.
And then there was Dan. He was the bass player for Joe, and he's got his own studio. He does a lot of producing.
Yeah,
and
he does
things
producing.
like that.
I mean, the bass player, he in the rhythm normally keep the pace.
Oh yeah, the drummer
going.
and the bass player have to go together.
They have to work
And
together.
I tell you, and of course, we cannot forget to mention the one and the only Kelly Jones.
Kelly Jones is now living in North Carolina, still playing music. I don't think I've ever met someone who can harmonize and play guitar. And Kelly came from, he was playing with Joe. Joe has played a little bit of everything, from rock to country, to folk to, he's doing a little bit of everything. And Joe actually has a new band now. But so Kelly actually came from a heavy metal background. So you want to hear somebody shred the guitar, Golden?
Yeah.
Is that it?
I'm going to tell you, it was something else. You're at a country concert, but then how they always, they'll do their little intro of the band and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And then, Kelly will go from country and slide right into cranking out some AC/DC.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just a
phenomenal
guy.
The Vince Gill.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, and people are thinking, this ain't no long-haired hippie. That he's a clean-cut, gray-haired guy.
Yeah.
I'm very soft-spoken, but he is a rocker at heart.
And
for sure.
he actually took the girls. This gets me back to what started story time. But he actually, when my girls were wee little, I think Allison might have been 5, 6 years old. Kelly actually came down and sat on the edge of the stage and handed them his guitar. Alicia was, so I think they were small enough that Alicia had the fingers and Allie had the strumming.
The strings.
Yeah. And he sat with both of them and was teaching them how to hold and do certain things, but they just had a blast. But Joe used to do the fishing in the dark song. That was the whole point of my story.
That was one of their go-tos while they was putting on a live show.
We made 5 minutes out of it. That's great.
Well, you know. Story time blew.
We're no longer.
Just for the record, I was not the one dragging this story out.
No, but I'm going to tell you, we're no longer at that point of where we're trying to drag out because we're like, oh my God, we're not going to have enough material. What are we going to talk about for 2 hours? Because we're actually getting to the point of going, okay, now we got to shut up because this show's about to end.
And people probably
we're getting better at it, I think. Plus, it helps. We got Michelle, we got Scott, all the people that's chiming in,
and our new pal Kevin. Was it Gabriel? I don't have my glasses on.
Well, neither do I. That's why I can't see.
Good evening, all. He's from Dayton, from the coast of Dayton.
Good evening, friend. The coast of Dayton.
Yeah. Good evening, friend.
All right.
We were just down by there the other day.
We took a nice long drive. Easter, when you have teenagers.
We were abandoned.
You went away from them.
Well, no. We literally had to wake them up and said, Easter Bunny, come. And then they're like, yeah, so what?
Come get your damn chocolate bunny.
They come out, they get their candy, and they're munching on candy. They're more excited because it was $20 in an egg, so they're just all excited.
Easter Bunny brought
and then they just get up and walk away, and what are they doing? Next thing you know, they all both walk out and like, we're going to go spend the day with our boyfriend's family, so bye. So they left, and then her and I are sitting here like the typical empty nester going, now what do we do?
Well, when the water warms up, don't worry.
We'll have things
to
do.
We ended up, took a nice little drive. We ended up at a local marina up in Charleston, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Checked that area out, had dinner, met the owner and his wife. Fantastic people up there.
B&B Marina.
Do they have a campground up there, correct?
Yes, there's a campground.
I guarantee it's as full as Chester Frost
and
Harrison Bay or Grasshopper Creek on the weekend. I can't find a damn camp. I'm going to have to take off through the week.
So it was a very nice place and beautiful views. So we had dinner there. Like I said, we got...
The owner is a super nice guy. We met him and his wife. They were very nice people.
Of course, when it's kind of a small operation, of course, we were new faces he hadn't seen before, being a new owner, because they had taken it over about a year ago. Mm-hmm. He made sure he came over and introduced himself.
And actually, we can thank
asked us if we enjoyed our meal and things like that. So very, very nice people.
And we need to thank the Fishers for introducing us to that place.
It was the Fishers that told us about this place.
They had good food. They had good drinks. They even have acoustic music out there sometimes. Yes. He's trying, I guess, before this gentleman took it over, it was a pretty heavy party place. They destroyed a lot of things, left trash everywhere. So they... this guy is now taking it over, and it's a little more low-key, laid back. Not so much the
younger
party.
Crowd.
Yeah, I was trying not to say that. But it's more of a come enjoy your dinner, have some drinks, listen to some good music. And it was just really pretty. So we were out there for a couple hours. I took some pictures and of the pretty river behind us and took a drive, and I was so proud because my husband here does not. He has to plan everything. He's got to know where he's going. He's got to know what time. I'm like, just get in the car and drive.
I'm married to someone just like him.
So. But I ended up, I got in the car and we just drove.
Yeah, he did so good.
And the whole mission of the trip when we left was, we wanted to put together some country sceneries and things for like a slideshow to add to the video of him, while we're playing songs. So there's, along with our sponsor videos, that we have some scenery videos and things like that. So that was kind of our mission, was just to find some kind of some scenic views to put together a little thing like that for your viewing pleasure while we're playing songs. And speaking of viewing pleasure, we should remind everybody that we are on the MFG Records Tropical Live Cam on YouTube, and that is our sponsor for that. For the viewing pleasure. And then, of course, our show sponsor is Legends Travel. Legends Travel. They specialize in everything from destination weddings to all-inclusive resorts, cruises. They will take care of you. All you need to do is to contact Joe and his staff there at Legends Travel at 732-831-5200. You tell them what you have in mind, what you're planning, and they will give you all the information on what they have going on.
And tell them B-Dawg and Lou sent you?
Yeah, tell them B-Dawg and Lou sent you. I don't think it ain't going to get you anything, but, tell them we sent you. So that they know that that you are listening to the show, that you appreciate their sponsorship of the show, so that, we can bring the message out to you guys about them.
And they've been posting a lot of really cool trips that they've got going on right now.
On Facebook, if you follow Tropical Country on Tiki Man Radio, it's a private page. If you haven't been on there, just go over and search it, request it. We'll put you in there. But we posted things that Legends has going on. I know right now I've seen they got a cruise that looks like that they're booking. And then they just posted today. They warned everybody when they posted this, and they says, do not, and I'm going to stress this to you guys, do not plan a trip to Disney without calling Legends Travel.
Yeah.
Because they will hook you up at Disney.
Yeah.
So make sure you do that.
Go to Disney World?
I've never been to Disney.
Me either.
I've been next door to Disney.
I've never been even close.
I've been to Universal Studios next door. I've never been to Disney. The little kid inside me wants to go to Disney sometime, but I'll have to ask my mommy if she'll take me.
I was drunk.
I'm not even going to touch that.
I was drunk at Cocoa Beach once. Does that count?
Only if you were imagining you were seeing somebody from Disney.
Yeah. Mickey.
Well, all right. Well, hey, you were talking there that you wanted to go fishing too, but
yes.
just so you know, I'll go fishing with you, baby, anytime.
Yay!
You got a line and I got a pole. You and me, baby, let's take a stroll. Wander on down to the water side, cut a little bait and see what bites. 'Cause I love fishing with you, baby. I love your little catch me look. I love the way you tease me. One little wiggle and I'm on the hook. Oh yeah. You're so cute in your summertime hat, make my little heart go pitter-pat. And you're so fine just sitting in a boat, knock me in the water, Lord, I hope I float. 'Cause I love fishing with you, baby. I love your little catch me look. I love the way you tease me. One little wiggle and I'm on the hook. Put on a bobber, put on the bait, put it in the water, then sit and wait. Big old fish could be hitting my line, but I'm too busy looking in your eyes. 'Cause I love fishing with you, baby. I love your little catch me look. And I love the way you tease me. One little wiggle and I'm on the hook. I took my last 100 down to the track, bet it on a pony named Surefire Jack. Jack was a winner and I was too, so I bought a big boat and an Evinrude. Slice of bologna, slice of cheese, chips and a pickle and a sweet iced tea. Nothing in the bucket, nothing on the line, but one of your kisses and I'm just fine. 'Cause I love fishing with you, baby. I love your little catch me look. And I love the way you tease me. One little wiggle and I'm on the hook. One little wiggle and I'm on the hook. One little wiggle and I'm on the hook. Yeah.
That's right. One little wiggle, and I'm on the hook. Hey, that was a very productive song break there. I'm gonna tell you.
That was. We want to get a special shout out to Legends Travel. They just said if they mention B-Dawg and Lou, Legends Travel is going to give them $100 off any vacation of 5 nights or longer.
That is sweet.
So if anybody is planning on going anywhere,
I mean that's
right.
Imagine what you do with $100 on vacation.
That's right.
You heard that. You heard it first here. If you mention when you call Legends Travel to book your vacation, and you mention that you heard about them on Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou, $100 off. $100.
That's a lot of money.
Off your any vacation, 5 nights or longer.
I want to go parasailing. Oh, there's another $100 right there. Yeah, I go parasailing now. I can experience something else while I'm down there.
Right?
And we can't thank you enough, Joe, and the crew at Legends Travel for their support. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And, of course, if you didn't catch the number before, again, if you're watching on YouTube, if you look down there on the corner of the screen,
you're out of vodka.
Legends Travel's logo and numbers right there. But if you're just listening on the radio,
all right, Rachel, pay attention. Here comes the number.
Get your pen and paper. Get your pen and paper. I'll give you a minute. I'll wait. Do 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 do.
Rachel, get your pieces of paper. All right, karaoke's over.
Contact Legends Travel at 732-831-5200. Again, that is area code 732-831-5200. You mentioned that you heard their advertisement, their sponsorship, and their support here on Tiki Man Radio, Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou. You get $100 off any vacation, 5 nights or longer. So that is a big deal. So thank you.
Sorry. Jody,
Okay.
Jody just said I stopped the train at Thunder Mountain when I was a kid. It was I was too short to ride, and they let me in the engineering room to run the ride. Then they let him start hitting buttons. Then he hit emergency stop all. Fast forward 2 hours, and an angry train full of people came back around, and I'm almost thrown back to my parents.
Here you go. You can have this, little bastard. Sorry, Jody. That's what you get.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Hey, so I have a question for you. So we're going on this fishing trip here. Is it a guided fishing trip?
Is guided.
Is it a charter?
Chartered, guided.
So, how good is this guide? Is he pretty good? Is he?
He has been up and down that stretch of river in that area for 40 years. He's not only a guide, he's a conservationist.
Oh, that's nice.
So he does this in the springtime. And then when the water heats up above a certain temperature, he will not catch rockfish anymore because they labor too hard in the warm water, and the fish end up dying. And
really?
that's his bread and butter, and he didn't want these fish to die. You know, you don't want a 30-pound big female to die just because you were a little bit too greedy when the water got above 73 degrees to catch her.
Right.
So he switches over to catfishing.
Oh, okay.
And he will absolutely load the boat with catfish. All the catfish you can stand to catch in a day.
Right.
He will keep you on them. Then the fall comes, wintertime comes. He's in Kansas hunting for deer. He's a deer hunter. And nice. I don't know if you know about the Boone and Crockett's scale. He doesn't kill a deer unless it's over like 160. Yeah. Unless it scores over like 160. He's got 8 or 9 deer that have scored over 170, and he's trying to make it a dozen. So this man he needs to go to Ohio sportsman.
For some deer hunting.
So you're saying he's pretty good.
He goes to Kansas to kill these deer.
Well, where we come from in Ohio, we are whitetail country. Where we come from. Matter of fact, if you've ever heard, a lot of the hunting shows you see on the Outdoor Network and things like that, a lot of those videos are actually when they are over on the east side, are taken in an area called Woodbury. Woodbury is in Coshocton County in Ohio, where I was born and raised. It is so popular for big bucks. Celebrities have come and bought property over around the Woodbury area
just to hunt. Just get a chance.
So, and of course, you know, our most famous celebrity who did this is we are the temporary home of Dale Earnhardt Jr., Martin Truex Jr., and Aaron Lewis, because those three all went together and bought a big hunting cabin out there in the Woodbury area.
Yeah.
And they fly in and out during the various hunting seasons, but primarily for deer season to go hunt the big ones. So
that's one way to do it.
so what's popular? So if you've never heard of Woodbury in Coshocton County, Ohio, shame on you. But and again, because most people look at it and they can't pronounce it. So
well, what if you took a couple of simpletons up there with you? Because I just bought a new rifle.
Well, you know,
I really did buy a new rifle.
Well, I'll tell you what. I learned my lesson several years because my dad used to own a big farm out close to that area, so it was just, you know, a select few people out there hunting that land. When my dad got to the point where he just didn't want to keep up with the farm anymore, all of us kids, we had other jobs, and we didn't want to be farmers. He started selling the property off. Well, that kind of took away our hunting land. Well, I tried 1 year to go hunting out on the public land in Woodbury.
Oh no.
Let's see, I made the mistake. First of all, I should have known. I went out there for bow season, you know, which in Ohio, bow season for deer also corresponds with rabbit season. So here I am. I'm out there leaned up against a tree with a big old ghillie suit on, my bow, and next thing I know, I hear all these. All these dogs are yapping.
Oh, here come Peter Cottontail.
And then I'm like...
with a herd of dogs behind him.
And, of course, they're peeing all over the place. And I'm like, well, that just,
There went that.
Just ruined my hunt.
I've had that happen.
So then I just gave it up. Later in the fall, I went back out there because my sister's house, actually, my sister lived across the road from this place. I was on the public land up behind my sister's house, sitting on a bank that overlooked a gully, which was a heavy traffic area, and I almost got shot. So what, a slug busted over my head.
The best
so I
not on public land. It's not.
Yeah, that gave it up. I don't hunt on public land anymore, unless I'm hunting on a private land with a small group of people and I know where them people are.
Yeah,
I don't do it. No. So, and I honestly have not been hunting in many years. Matter of fact, I didn't realize it. I went, because of this trip, I went online to get my fishing license, and I didn't realize that when I selected a general fishing license, it was actually a combo hunting fishing license. So I now
you got them both.
I now have a hunting license, but I don't know if I'll ever go. But I now have a hunting license again in Tennessee.
I don't know. You're starting to do all kinds of guy things now.
Yeah,
with these guys around, they're kicking your testosterone back into gear.
Well, I'm going to circle back because the reason I was asking about our guide.
Circle back.
Right. I'm going to circle back. It was, about how good he was.
He's fantastic.
But is he Plano Joe good? Do you know who Plano Joe good is?
I don't know.
Plano Joe is possibly the greatest fisherman ever.
Well, they named a tackle box after him. So.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
You want to hear the story of Plano Joe?
Let's hear it.
Let's hear the story of Plano Joe.
Had long green moss growing on his back and wade in the water when he'd swim. He had notches all along from his head to his tail where the motor of the boat dug in. He had half a dozen hooks hanging from his lips, all rusted, busted, and bent. He had one big bloodshot eye on the right and the left side nothing but a dent. Now, I'm a pretty good fisherman, but Plano Joe, he's great. He knows all there is to know about boats, bass, and bait. He'll catch more on just one cast than most men catch all day. To Plano Joe, there ain't no such thing as the one that got away. Now, Plano Joe's from Texas, where everything comes big, where the bass are mean as rattlesnakes and outweigh most any pig. You can't catch a smallmouth if it's largemouth bait you use. Them bass, they ain't just big and mean, but they all got high IQs. Now up the Lake Texana, there lives a striper. His name is Jake. Everyone down in Texas knows he's the biggest fish in the lake. He's never been caught, but he's been seen by all the local pros, swimming around the bass boats, thumbing his big bass nose. He had long green moss growing on his back, and it waved in the water when he swam. He had notches all along from his head to his tail where the motor of his boat dug in. He had half a dozen hooks hanging from his lips, all rusted, busted, and bent. One big bloodshot eye on the right, and the left side nothing but a dent. Well, plain old Joe was on the lake around sunrise, 6th of June. In his box he had just one lure, a spinner with a silver spoon. He had just one rod and just one reel and just one great big lake. Today's the day, I heard him say, I'm gonna boat that fish named Jake. He cruised out to Russell's Cove and he headed down the lake to the dam. Just beyond old Walker's Point, he said, Jake, here I am. He shut the outboard motor down and he took out that silver lure. He tied it to some heavy line and he cast out strong and sure. Now I've known Joe for 40 years, maybe even more. But when that fish hit, his blue eyes lit like I've never seen before. That line went tight and the pole went bent and that drag began to spin. There was smoke rolling out the back of his reel when his line jerked to an end. Then the fish began to tow the boat so fast it left a wake. Joe said, I'm gonna beat this bass if my back and my line don't break. As he zoomed off across the lake, he said, you can tell my wife I've been home every night for 29 years, but I won't be home tonight. Well, after 40 days of fighting, that fish could barely swim. After 20 more days of playing tug and war, Joe started reeling in. After 10 more days of reeling, Joe was eye to eye with Jake. He said, tell me now, you water sow, who's the baddest in this lake? Then Jake spit out that silver lure right back in old Joe's face. Started dancing on his tail like a theme park whale, splashing water all over the place. Well, Joe ripped off his hat and his shoes and he said, hooks be damned. Forget that rod, forget that reel, I'm gonna get this fish by hand. With that, old Joe jumped into the lake and he swam out to that fish. He grabbed his tail, but Jake shook loose with one big mighty swish. Then Jake grabbed Joe by his sleeve and he drug him down below. The water did boil and bubble and blither, didn't seem for an hour or so. Then up they shot like a water spout, about 100 feet in the air. They were flipping and spinning, flapping and slapping, scales flying every which where. They thrash and splash till the sun starts setting, then when the water finally stills, here comes old Joe, swimming lifeguard style, hauling Jake in by the gills. And he was singing to him. You got long green moss growing on your back, and it waves in the water when you swim. Notches all along from your head to the tail where the motor of a boat dug in. You got hooks in your lips and a bloodshot eye. Hey Jake, it wasn't your day. 'Cause to plain old Joe, there ain't no such thing as one that got away.
That is the story of Plano Joe. That is actually the Laughing Hyena Band. So
I wish I was
off of their album called.
Oh my God!
Off of their album called Fish Stories.
I've had so many. Of them,
and they also have a follow-up album called Deer Hunting Stories. So I thought that was a good little story to pass along to you.
I've had so many of the big ones get away. It's insane. The ones I should have got in, you know, they got away. Yeah. They always do. But I wasn't fortunate enough to drag one ashore. I just tucked my tail and went away.
Me neither. So, is there anybody else out there that we should be saying hello to? Because I want to make sure that we do not miss anybody.
I'm not seeing anybody new.
You know.
Let me check Facebook.
But hello to everybody. Did we say hello to Z Razor and them?
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
So
they were saying that they watched some of the karaoke going on down at Key West.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
I wonder if it was any better than our karaoke.
Nothing is better than our karaoke.
It depends upon who you ask about that.
Right on.
That's true.
Some would tend to say that our singing has a little left to be desired.
Yeah. Danny always disappears whenever I
Yeah. Last time he actually just went to bed.
He
So,
did.
I'm done.
Copperhead Road will do that. So we
Yeah.
talked about that last week. We won't bring that back up.
Well, we had, they were doing what normally happens is Heather gets it started, and then somehow I end up in it. And then most of the women here end up in it, and then we drag the men up, and then they help us with it.
That's only because once you start singing, we start drinking.
One more song.
So
One
then,
more song.
One more song.
We're able to be convinced to do more.
Well, yeah. But Danny, I think he secretly likes it. He doesn't like listening.
I don't think
to
you
us.
can secretly like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard.
He
It's
doesn't
like-
like listening to us.
It's
but
like,
I
hey,
think
you
he
need to get up there and
secretly
sing.
likes
Okay, fine.
it. Okay, fine.
If that'll shut you all up, I'll sing.
Right.
So, but the fun thing is,
That's the one more
once
song.
you get him up there and sing that one song, he has a tendency to maybe sing one or two more.
Yeah. So. And then he goes to bed.
And then he goes to bed.
That's the end of the night. By the time we've
The
got
lights start
Danny
going
drunk
out.
enough,
He's
to
like,
sing.
"Thank
The
you,
lights start
good
going
night,
out. He's
goodbye."
done. He's done.
Elvis left the building. Hey, Ruth the Truth Dyer, how are you?
Hey, Ruth, thank you so much for joining us.
But yeah, so once Danny sings, all the lights start turning off while we're still yelling one more. Well, Heather's yelling one more song.
Just one more. Bless her.
So is everybody having a good time tonight?
We are.
We
How
are.
about the people out there? Y'all have a
Good,
good time tonight?
good.
Listen to us banter and going at one another.
Talking about basically nothing, bunch of stinky fish.
Stinky fish.
I feel like we're Seinfeld all of a sudden.
Huh?
Remember?
Show
wasn't
about
it
nothing?
Yeah, Seinfeld was the show about
Oh,
nothing.
it was the show
nothing.
about nothing.
Yeah.
So,
So that's us now.
yeah.
yeah, we're the show about nothing. We don't know what we're going to talk about.
No, I didn't take notes tonight
No.
because I lost them in
So-
my wallet and then I found them.
And I'm
Did
gonna,
you find
and,
it?
I did.
And I'm going to tell
did.
everybody, don't expect a themed show every week because that ain't
Yeah.
going to happen. I don't have that much stuff going on in my life. It's kind of boring.
Listen, okay, so I do have some sad news.
Oh, no.
What?
I know. Ketchup packets.
Oh, my God.
They're the new toilet paper.
There's
They're running
there's a
out.
shortage of
They're-
ketchup.
Yes, the packets.
Okay, so I can still get bottles.
You can get bottles. It's
Okay.
the packets. Because there's all
Okay.
this drive-through.
Emergency
That's right.
diverted.
But there's all this drive-through and going on, and they can't keep up with all the packets they have to pass out. So, ketchup packets are the new toilet paper. Everybody get yours.
I don't
So you heard that.
ketchup
Whenever you
anyway.
go to the drive-through, make sure you take your own bottle of ketchup, or else you
Yes,
may
and
not
salt.
get any. So
It's just salt and water and stuff. It's
I'm kind of a weirdo. I actually eat French fries plain. I don't put no ketchup.
me too.
He doesn't.
I don't put no ketchup. I eat them
don't.
plain. Now, if I go to McDonald's, there's a little. Here's one of these little. You always hear employee hacks
Yeah.
and things. Well, when I worked at McDonald's as a kid, I got hooked on dipping my French fries in sweet and sour sauce.
Oh, yeah, my kids used
So
to do that.
I will do
mustard
I will
sauce?
do
Yeah.
that. But recently, in my adult life, how there's things that you hated as a kid, and then when you come back around as an adult, you try it and go, why didn't I like this in the first place? Well, for me, my new thing is honey mustard. I love honey mustard.
Oh, yeah.
I hated mustard before. Now I love honey mustard.
Mustard's not like my
I
favorite.
love
my
the honey
favorite
mustard
thing.
dipping sauce. I love honey mustard wings. I love it on my salad. Honey mustard
he's
is now
kind of
my
a mustard
go-to.
wings.
I'll hook you up next time.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
I
all about
love
the
honey
honey
mustard
mustard
wings.
I'll
I
hook
love
you
honey
up
mustard
I'll
wings.
hook you up next
And
time.
I'm the garlic parmesan.
I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up. I won't do straight buffalo next time. I'll make it. Player's hand.
Chef Golden.
Yeah, I'll make it to you. However you like it.
Yes.
Okay.
Another sad news. Sorry.
Okay, what? You're just bumming us out.
I know. I'm sorry.
God, you're a Debbie Downer.
I know.
What's going on?
2 last sad newses, and then that's it.
What? 2?
2.
2 wasn't. You already had 2. Now you're going to hit us with 2 more.
Okay, the first
you
one.
You can't
is
double
a
up
short
on
one.
the bad news.
No.
The first one is a short one. Mr. Jack Hanna has been
Jungle Jack.
Yes, he's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
Do you know who Jungle Jack is there, Al?
Yeah.
So
I watched him a lot. I watched him a lot through the years.
He's done with his public appearances.
Yeah,
he's got me through. No, he's the nature guy. He is the outdoor guy. Yeah, he has got me through a lot of Saturday morning hangovers.
Yeah, he was the figurehead,
for our zoo
of the Columbus Zoo in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah,
he was there for a long
time. His family just announced the other day that he has dementia.
Yes,
so he will not be making any more public appearances.
So I do want to send out prayers
sad.
to his family and his fans.
That is very sad.
And because
that's part of our childhood growing up.
It really is.
Watching Jungle Jack on Saturday mornings.
Yes. He ranked right up there with the Crocodile Hunter.
He was great.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the other bit of sad news, last bit of sad news. Sorry, everybody. Do you remember when we were all obsessed with April the giraffe, who was going to give birth?
Oh,
April.
Yes.
April has passed away.
At the ripe old age of?
Oh, let me look.
4?
I think
4 or 6, something like that.
Yeah.
She wasn't very old, but I did not realize that giraffes don't live a very long life.
They get arthritis.
Yeah, and that happened to be her case that she got a debilitating form of arthritis, and so they literally had to do the humane thing.
Yeah.
And was to put her down because she was suffering. So
I'm bad. So she wasn't the Fred Sanford. My arthritis.
No,
this is real.
Yeah. No,
it wasn't the Fred G. Sanford.
And I didn't know. I just learned. I didn't realize that this was actually a problem with giraffes.
Yeah.
But I guess
look at them big ass joints. I
guess so.
Not you, giraffe. Don't panic.
No,
no.
She does have some She does have some hip issues.
She has some joint issues, but
that's all right. We'll put you down when the time comes.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh,
I'm so sorry, baby.
Get you one of those wheelchair things. You can still frolic.
All right. Hey, I got it. We have a request. The Tiki Man had requested a song, and for the title he gave me, I searched and searched and searched.
Yes.
And I cannot find a song by that artist by that name.
Okay.
So I'm going to play another song by the same artist, so he can get his at least we can somewhat fulfill his request.
All right.
How's that? All right. How about Mr. Gary Seiler?
Traded in his flip flops for some cowboy boots and a Stetson hat. He's taking Margaritaville from Key West to Nashville, where country's at. They're cashing in on country music. Seems it's the latest place they want to be. They'll cross that line, they'll lose some fans. The chance you take when you've gone country. We're proud people and we ain't apologizing. Remember back to El Paso, cowboy fell for his Mexican girl. We sang along while Marty's outlaw sat and watched that beauty world. Then we headed out to Luke and Mike. Willie and the Outlaws changed it all. We grew up singing country, and for those of us, country says it all. We won't stand for anyone tearing down our country or our flag. If you want to get a piece of us, just go ahead and get us mad. In God we still put our trust, but freedom has a price and it ain't free. our music's country, and so are we. At 19 I headed out to Tennessee to sing and chase my dreams. But the doors closed so quickly I ran back to learn the lessons I would need. I came home and raised a son, worked hard, wishing for the day I'd head back to Music City, had the answer to the hopeful times I prayed. No, I won't stand for anyone tearing down this country or our flag. And if you want a piece of us, let's be careful what you ask. 'Cause in God we still put our trust, but freedom has a price and it ain't free. From sea to shining sea, our music's country, and so are we. Trust, but if we have to fight, we'll keep her free. From sea to shining sea, our music's country, and so are we. From sea to shining sea, our music's country.
Back in that boat and fish.
I hope we don't have to say that come Saturday, but you have to wear a life jacket if we go into one of the places.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's rapid water, and it's demanded. It's not per the captain of the boat; it's per the state. If you go past this point, you have to have a life jacket on.
Okay,
and it's always those that you can grab and deploy. That you can pop open and they inflate.
Ooh, that's cool.
So it's not.
Hope we don't have to do
just
that.
Play with
I hope we don't either. But I've gotten close. The couple times I've been out there.
Like, what's this thing do?
Now I can't breathe.
Don't pull the cord.
Oh, it's in my jump. It's in my jump.
For everybody, that last song, that is a guy by the name of Aaron Watson. In case some of you may have heard of him, some of you may have not. I just discovered him this week while I was researching for this show, and he is actually an independent country artist out of Amarillo, Texas.
There are a lot of really good artists in Texas.
Yeah. So I thought that had an opportunity. Was like, hey. And there's another. I'm gonna debut another singer here shortly.
Nice.
Of an independent artist that they may have heard of from TV.
From the television screen.
From the television, they may have heard this artist from the television. I don't know, but we'll see. But
listen, these guys are killing me on YouTube. I love watching. Listen, I just love reading y'all go back and forth talking to each other. So Scott Dyer is talking about how much he loves the Chick-fil-A sauce. Mm-hmm. So Z-Razor says that Gina said you can buy that in the bottle now at the grocery store.
Yes, I saw that you can buy Chick-fil-A sauce in a bottle. I saw that.
Yeah, so Scott responds, "Oh, I know. Pubix carries it and always has it on. I always have it on Pubix house."
I'm pretty sure he meant Publix.
I'm pretty sure.
He did like me whenever I'm hoping so. Whenever I'm texting, I tend to fat finger stuff all the time, and what I type is not what necessarily shows up on the screen.
I don't know. I agree.
It's okay, Scott. She picks on me for that too. So
he's probably like me and types in. That's the way I type it in.
I'm with Michelle. Neither one of us want that sauce. I'm just saying.
Not the pubic sauce?
No pubic sauce.
No pubic sauce for me.
No pubic sausages.
And there we go.
There it goes again.
Well, at least it's 10 minutes till the show ends versus the first 5 minutes when I crashed the plane a couple of weeks ago.
Oh my gosh!
Michelle wants to know if you've heard of Cliff Cody yet.
Cliff Cody?
Yeah.
No, I have not heard of Cliff Cody.
No, we haven't either.
I have to look him up.
Does Cliff Cody have a sauce, or is it a
or is a
musician?
Song? I have a feeling it's a musician.
This was me trying to. You're right, Scott. It is going downhill. This is me trying to get y'all back on the runway.
Oh no, no, we're gonna circle a bit.
This plane took off a long time ago.
Oh dear Lord!
That's the engine failing.
It may be a crash landing, but it'll be a landing.
You get the nose up, B-Dawg. I'm pulling it up. Pull it up.
Oh Lord!
Yeah, everybody feels sorry for you now.
Yeah, bless your heart.
Listen, I try, guys.
Bless your heart.
Oh, I got the Southern bless your heart even.
Oh, bless your heart.
Oh, okay. He is a musician. Michelle has said she has mentioned him in earlier shows, but it's not like I read a lot, so sorry, Michelle.
Oh, hey, so I got a question for you. Has Claudia ever gotten mad at you when?
Yes.
Okay. Answers that. Thanks for playing.
Good. Thanks
for playing.
Go ahead and finish. But yeah, she.
Whenever you went fishing, have you ever went fishing when she didn't want you to go fishing?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you're such a good guy.
No.
Did you ever go?
No, it's not me. It's her.
Oh, she never says you can't go.
Take yourself fishing. Go. You really need to go.
So it's safe to say then you've never gotten in trouble by not being home when you said you was going to be home from a fishing group.
No.
No.
I'm open about my fishing. I'm open. A lot of people through the years I've heard that they have lied and told that they were going fishing and went and did something else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I have lied about doing something else and gone fishing. Seriously, I'm going to go. I'm going to have swap some tires out, or I'm going to go do this. And then my arms in a cast.
Well,
that's how bad I was at one time. I was a junkie.
Some guys do get in trouble.
Do they?
When they go fishing? The wife may have plans for them, and they decide that they're just going to go fishing. Yeah, I'm just going to lie, and I'm going to get with my boys, and I'm going to go fishing. And then when they come home, they end up, they're all in the same boat. Did you know that?
Boys, let's sing this one. What do you think? Let's have us a little fun. Listen here. I almost didn't make it. Boys, I risked life and limb. It was plain to see that my wife was in that honeydew mood again.
Well, buddy, that ain't nothing. I barely made it out the door. She was praying and cussing like she was about to wage a holy war.
Mine got so mad she was biting her lip. She turned her head and I gave her the slip. Now we're all in the same boat. Pass me a beer and a fishing pole.
Let's find a spot and drop that anchor down.
We're really living a high life. Plenty of bait and blue skies. We left all our worries back in town. And we're all in the same boat now. Did you see the one I just missed? Hey, I bet he weighed 6 pounds. And by the way, I thought you said you wore the britches in your house.
She don't run my life. I do as I please. And that minnow you couldn't seem to land didn't look that big.
boys are good at telling tales. The truth be known, we know damn well that we're all in the same boat. Pass me a beer and tell a good joke. Let's find a spot and drop that anchor down. We're really living a high life, plenty of bait and blue skies. We left all our worries back in town, and we're all in the same boat now. It's time to go and your hands are shaking. Don't think I didn't see your knees quaking. We're gonna need some luck, 'cause we all know that we're all in the same boat. All in the same boat. Pass me a peppermint and go slow. We'll be lucky if the women ain't locked us out. And we're all in the same boat now. Same boat now. All in the same boat now.
First time we did it, I was scared to death. She snuck out in that cotton dress, jumped on in and we drove to the lake. Put her hand on my knee and said, I can't wait. I had everything we needed in the bed of my truck. Turns out my baby loves to fish. She wants to do it all the time, early in the morning, in the middle of the night. She's hooked and now she can't get enough. Man, that girl sure loves to fish. Now after that, that's all she wanted to do. But that was okay, 'cause I did too. She always wants to go down by the dam, and I love how she looks with that rod in her hand. If they ain't biting, she don't give up. Turns out my baby loves to fish. She wants to do it all the time, early in the morning, in the middle of the night. She's hooked, and now she can't get enough. Man, that girl sure loves to fish. Now I love to see her silhouette reflecting off the water with her hooks and her sinkers and her pretty pink bobbers. The first time I saw her, I knew I was in love. 'Cause I found a girl who loves to fish. I love to see her lying there on the bank beneath the full moonlight. Man, I can't even believe my luck. I found a girl who loves to fish. She wants to do it all the time, early in the morning, in the middle of the night. She's hooked, and now she can't get enough. Man, that girl sure loves to fish. Yeah, I know she loves to fish.
That's right. I'm not going to be in that boat with the guys in trouble because my baby loves to fish.
That's
Right on.
Listen, that was a pretty appropriate song following the conversation. Just saying.
You always do great, dude. You always bring it in there. You set me up. Then you get me on a little bit of rant. Then you rip out a good song or two. Perfect.
Well.
You did perfect. You did perfect.
Well, and we should. The show was winding down. Just that quick.
know.
Just that quick. It's almost that time.
It
Almost
is.
It is almost that time.
And we
sad.
talk about fish.
Yeah.
We was talking about fishing.
Yeah.
He's
We're
gonna.
talking about
Yeah.
the fish I like to catch. black bass. I caught the white bass.
Well,
I do the Bubba Gump.
He's the
I do
Bubba
the spotted
Gump
bass. I guess the smallmouth bass.
We'll be,
largemouth bass.
before we end the show, I promise, I gave a little teaser, and I want to make sure that we get to it here. Okay, because I said I was going to debut another song from an independent song artist. Okay, so this young lady, her name is Emily Tucker.
Yes.
And Emily is from Laredo, Texas. Laredo or Lorena, Texas. And you may have recognized her because she was actually on season 4 of The Voice.
Was she on Blake's team?
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to look that one up for after the song.
I'll look it up.
You gonna look it up?
I will.
All right. So let's hurry up and let's squeeze that song in since I promised we'd play it.
You say you can't tell what I'm thinking, so you don't even try. Act like I'm so complicated, and I'm always changing my mind. You're looking so lost, boy, like you need a road map. Well, I'm about to help a brother out. Call me beautiful and open my door and rock me to a George Strait song out on the dance floor. If you wanna reel me in, make my head spin, here's a secret, hope you listen. Call me beautiful and take me fishing. It might sound kinda simple, but boy, you'd be surprised what you can do to a country girl's heart with a tackle box and a blue sky. Turn a good day into a long night. That's right. So call me beautiful and open my door and rock me to a George Strait song out on the dance floor. If you wanna reel me in, make my head spin, here's a secret, hope you listen. Call me beautiful and take me fishing. Brother out, call me beautiful and open my door, rock me to a George Strait song out on the dance floor. If you wanna reel me in, make my head spin, here's a secret, hope you listen. Call me beautiful and take me fishing. Baby, take me fishing.
That's Take Me Fishing. That's Holly Tucker.
Wow.
From Texas. You like that?
Yes.
I heard that, and I did like wow. So
yeah, that's wow.
When I was just doing some search, I came across the song, and then I did the research because I didn't even know she was actually an independent artist. I just had never heard of her before, and come to find out that she was an independent artist.
Wow, from a headbanger's point of view.
Like I said, she was on The Voice. I'm not sure how she did. I didn't get that far in my research. So
she did great. She did great here tonight.
Yeah.
Then that's what's important.
That's right.
Man, that was fantastic.
Yeah, she was amazing. So apparently she made it to the top 6, and then she was eliminated. She was actually on Blake's team with Danielle Bradbury.
Oh, okay.
And the Swan Brothers.
Okay.
They were with Adam Levine, but oh nope, I'm lying. The Swan Brothers were with Blake as well. But yeah, she did pretty well.
Well, would you believe, just like that, another 2 hours has rolled by, and it's time to get ready to go. I am so
as,
sad.
As everyone just saw my big yawn on YouTube.
Actually, they didn't.
No,
They didn't. I saved you.
Oh, you did?
I did.
You cut me off.
But I should. We should. Before we go,
you're doped up on the
but
allergy
before we
pills.
go, we have people to thank. We have lots of people to thank. Most importantly, we need to thank our sponsors.
Yes.
Thank you to MFG Records Tropical for
Music for Grown-Ups.
Music for Grown-Ups, sponsoring our live cam on YouTube. And also our show sponsors, the Legends Travel.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And if you wasn't listening earlier, well, again, shame on you. But again, that breaking news announcement that Joe and the folks there at Legends Travel said if you contact them to book your vacation and you mentioned that you heard about them on Tiki Man Radio with Tropical Country at B-Dawg and Lou, they will give you $100 off any vacation of your choice, 5 nights or longer. So take advantage of that. That's putting $100 in your pocket.
Absolutely.
What can you do? How many bottles of liquor can you buy for $100?
And again, for those watching, the number is on the screen. So, write that number down. It's important. Write that number down. If you are listening on the radio, I will repeat it one final time, G-Raph, because I know she probably missed it.
I already texted it to her.
Okay, all right. but if you are listening on the radio, contact Legends Travel at 732-831-5200. Now, when you contact these folks, you are not contacting some answering machine or some automated service.
You will talk to them.
You're going to talk to them. You're going to talk to either Joe or one of the fine people that work there at Legends Travel, and you tell them what you're looking at, and they're going to tell you all the options that they have. And they will treat you right, fair and square. If there's
great people.
any issues, they will work you through those issues. And again, with that mentioning B-Dawg and Lou, you'll get that $100 off for extra money in your pocket.
That's right.
Who needs extra spending cash when you go on vacation?
Everybody.
They're going to buy you dinner.
Yes.
They're going to buy
exactly
you dinner.
right.
They're going to buy you alcohol. Basically, that's what that boils down to.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
And everybody, if you haven't already, go over to the Tiki Man Radio YouTube page. Be sure to view the latest movie that Danny has put up there. It's a huge production.
Yes.
Behind the scenes at Key West. Viewed over 5,000 times already in 3 days, which is amazing.
Absolutely.
And we want to keep those views going.
He put a lot of hard work into that.
He really did.
So,
Yeah.
do it some justice. Go over there and not only just watch it, give him the little thumbs up to let him know that you enjoyed his hard work.
That's right.
And everything that he put into it. So, but just like that, we run over. We've run over.
Have we ran over?
We ran over. But that's okay. That's all right. So,
and we didn't run out of anything to talk about.
But here we go. I got
Which camera?
that camera.
This camera.
Yeah, that's right. So everybody say goodbye and see you next week. We love you guys. Take care and have a good rest of your week.
Goodbye.
See you next week, everybody.
See you next week. We love you.
We've been here a week or so. Now it's finally time to go. Can't believe how quickly time has flown. Packing up the bathing suits, getting out the cowboy boots. That's a sign we must be going home. Time to stop for a little while. We were part of a tiny island, made a lot of friends we'll keep for life. When we get back home to Texas and they ask us what we miss most, I'll shrug my shoulders and I'll smile. Early mornings on the longboat dock, drinking coffee as the sun comes up. Lazy days napping in the big deck chair. Late night dancing in a front street bar, walking home underneath the stars. Man, it's like some dream we live down here. Last night we ate conch and lobster. Mark said it was his favorite dinner, maybe even the best one of his life. Dining underneath the stars, Chilean wine and Cuban cigars. I smiled at him and said, you could be right. And he got real quiet and he said, you know, hell, I worked hard all my life, made a lot of dough. I've been everywhere. So I don't think it gets any better than down here. I mean the warmth and love of the people here. No crime, no hate or fear. I don't think I'm ready for the world waiting for me back there. I need me just one more morning on the longboat dock, drinking coffee as the sun comes up, drinking Billiken beer in a big deck chair. Late night dancing in a front street bar, making love underneath the stars. Man, it's like some dream we live down here. Walking home underneath the stars, hearing voices from that empty bar. Man, it's like some dream we live down there. We've been here a week or so, now it's finally time to go. Can't believe how quickly time has flown. Packing up the bathing suits, getting out the cowboy boots. That's a sign we must be going home.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou. Remember to tune in this Saturday for Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man on Sunday. And again, Jukebox Saturday mornings, every Saturday morning when you get up, Buttercup. We will be rolling you back to the base here. And if your music sounds a little off, just make sure you reboot your app, okay? Everybody have a great night.
Right now, I'm about to tear it up with you. Oh, 'cause right now